Hi boys and girls, this is Miss Gabby and we're going to be doing a word sort today when it pertains to our digraph sounds that we normally see in many common words. And this type of sort is going to be a little different than what you normally do. So what we're going to do is that when we see a picture of something pertaining to a word, we're going to say it out loud and then listen for that digraph sound and then match it into the correct category. And it looks like they already give us a couple different examples here. So I think this is a shell. This is cheese. That looks like thumb. And then we have a whale. And if you could tell, it's in the correct category. So for instance, for sh, L, you hear that sh sound. And then for cheese, you hear ch, ease for that ch sound. Next we have thumb, that's on your hand. We have that th sound. And then lastly, we have whale, ale for that wh sound. And the reason why it's so important to take a closer look at all of these different digraphs is because when you say that sh sound, you only hear one sound. You don't hear the two letters representing them. So for instance, s for S and then h for H. You don't hear those two when you speak it. That's why it's different from a normal blend where you could actually hear the two different letter sounds associated with in that word. And if you're able to, guys, in the description is going to be a link to this handout to where you could cut out the different pictures I'm going to give you today, and then you could follow along with this video as we try to sort our different pictures. It's going to look something like what you see on the screen, while also having these picture sets here that you could cut out, and then we're going to put into the correct digraph category. And this is a great activity to do because it's going to see how much you know when it relates to your sounds and words, that where when you look at the picture whale, you'll know exactly where that goes. Alright, and let's take a look at our first picture that we have here today. Now I see a man with a cart pushing what it looks like to groceries. Do you happen to know what activity this man's doing? Feel free to pause the video and think about it for a moment, and then we'll return back and see what exactly he is doing. Alright, I hope you guys gave yourself enough time. But by looking at the context clues we hear and that he's pulling groceries around, let's just assume he's probably in a grocery store, so that means he's shopping. So with that, then we could place him in the correct category when we hear sh, op, sh, that sh sound, it's going to be in the sh category. Okay, now let's look at our next word that we have here. Well, it looks like we have little pilgrims here. And then they kind of give you a little hint. They say Thanksgiving, which is going to be our next holiday coming up here in November, right after Halloween. Well, say that word out loud. Thanksgiving. So it would probably go in our th category. Okay, moving on to our next example. Well, I think I placed these in the correct categories. So the new pictures I see here is this one that looks like a chair. This one, you got to look at the context clues. So it's a girl with a little white hat and uniform on, and then a man with what looks like a needle right here. So it's probably a nurse giving, what do you think she's holding? A shot. And then this last picture I put up here on the screen is a tire. Well, if you think about it, tire, you don't hear any digraph sounds in that word, so it's probably going to be a wheel, because I'm hearing two sounds associated with that one digraph sound. And if you look at the screen, I placed the wheel in the th category, the shot in the ch category, and then the chair in the sh category. Now, just review those words out loud, say them to yourself, write them down as best as you can. Do you think I put them in the correct category? Well, let's think about this for a moment. So, let's look at the first picture I put down. We have ch, air, chair. Well, it's in the sh category, and when we look at the word, we see that ch, and that represents the sound ch. So, do you think I put it in the right category? If you answered no, you'd be correct. Because when we look at that ch, we see that ch sound, and that would go into the ch category. So we're going to place it in the correct place. All right, and moving on to our next one. Get out a piece of paper if you can, and then just look at this nurse giving this man a shot. Well, say it out loud. Shot. I think I know. It starts with SH, then OT. Shot. Well, I think I placed that in the wrong category. I have it in the CH category. And by looking at the word, just give yourself a moment. Which category do you think it goes in correctly? And if you guess the SH category, you'd be correct, boys and girls. So we're going to move that one back into the right place. And moving on to our last picture I put up here on the screen. It looks like we have a wheel. And it's different from the other digraph sounds because you could hear that W in there. So we know it's WH and then wheel. We hear that long E and that ending L. So with that, where would you put that word? Well, I know for certain I would put it with the whale because I hear that same W sound, whale, wheel. And by looking at your screen, I added 2 new pictures into 2 separate categories. Well, I wonder if I did that correctly. And a way for us to find out to make sure that the words we put into our categories make sense is just say them out loud and make sure that that sound represents to the right digraph. So starting with sh, we have shell, shop, and then shot. Well, by saying those words aloud, I know I hear that SH sound and I don't hear anything different from that. Moving on to our CH digraph, we have cheese, chair, and then this new one, it's an axe and a log. Well, it looks like they're chopping it in half, so chop. And try to say them out loud real quickly. So cheese, chair, chop. Well, I keep hearing that same CH sound. So moving on to our next one, we have that TH category we were just working on. Well, I don't think I added anything new to this one, but we do have thumb and then Thanksgiving. So thumb, Thanksgiving. I hear that TH sound. All right, moving on to the last category. This might be the wrong one, but let's take a look here. We have W for WH. So we have whale, wheel, and then, well, this kind of looks like a whale. But look at those sharp teeth that he has. Well, if you think about it, what's a big fish in the ocean that hunts other fishes? Well, I think this is a shark. Well, let's read them out loud again real fast. So we have whale, wheel, shark. Does something sound wrong there? Well, I think sharks are culprit. And say that word loud and proud. Shark. Sh. I hear that S. So where do you think this might go? Give yourself a moment and think about it. Shark. Well, let's try to spell that too. So, sh. I hear that S. So it must be followed with an H. Shark. A. Arc. K. And it sounds like a K. So, shark. And we see that SH. So we could put that into the right category here. And if you guessed the SH, you would be correct. All right, boys and girls, we're almost done for the day. So let's do 2 more words here. Well, picture words. The one I have here, this might be actually a new word for you that you're learning today. But if you don't know what it is, that's okay. Well, I'll give you a little bit of a hint. This is something that we normally use to combine ingredients. So you might do this in the kitchen with your parents when you're cooking cake, cookies, brownies. It's something used to mix a bunch of ingredients together. And another word that you could use for this is called whisking. You whisk them all together and to make one thing. So let's think about how to spell that, shall we? Well, whisk. What do you think that starts with? Think about it for a moment. You hear that W sound, wah, like you see in whale. So, if I hear that, it must be WH is what this is starting with. So, we have WH, and then think about the whole word, whisk. I hear that I, and then whisk. And then that SK for whisk. And with that word spelled all the way out, I think we could place it in the correct category. And while reviewing this, if you thought it was the WH category, as we have whale, wheel, and now whisk, you would be correct. All right, let's look at our last word for the day. Well, this picture I have, what do you think it might be? Well, it looks like we have a little guy. Imagine that that's yourself. And there's a little question mark next to your head, and he's also holding a pencil. Well, it looks like he's wondering about something. So, what may you wonder that may be? Well, it's kind of similar to wonder. And I hope you thought about that for a moment with all my little hints with the word wonder. Well, he's thinking. Think. Think. You hear that TH sound in it. So it looks like he's already placed in the right category here. So we have him with Thanksgiving, thumb, and now think. And think of how to spell that. So we already know it has that TH beginning. And then that I, and then ink, think. And a nice thing to think about it when you hear this word is the ending, ink. I-N-K. So that's another little word attached to that digraph TH to make a totally different word. Ink is what you normally find in your pen when you write. Or you might see it with an octopus, and it's kind of what they expel when they get scared or they're trying to fight off something. And with that, I think our activity for the day is complete. I really hope you guys learned some new words or maybe picked up some new skills when you try to figure out the sound that you hear when you say the word aloud. And if you need more practice and found yourself struggling with this exercise, again, please click the link in the description or draw your own little pictures on a sheet of paper, cut out them out into squares, and then just practice on your own and put them in the correct category. Besides that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye.